I am back in effect. Okay, I'm back. I just want to take this purse off my neck. Okay, I think I got some on. Okay, okay, then. I'm just gonna take this purse off my neck. Okay, I am really enjoying this park, y'all. This park is starting to become my little place that I can sit out here and have a conversation with my subscribers. And I thank you all for your support and sitting here listening to me. I appreciate every one of you for what you do. My face is so. See, I don't got nothing on my face, just all in my natural, y'all. All in my natural, in my chocolate. All in my natural, in my chocolate, y'all. So, anyway, but I still have to use sunscreen when I go out. I still got to do that because I don't want my skin that burnt chocolate. I just want it to be smooth and healthy. So, what we gonna talk about now? I told y'all we was gonna have this deep conversation, and this deep conversation is going to be talking about these Caribbeans that said, how can they tell who is American black from a Caribbean black or from Nigerian or whatever? Okay, when ICE come for you. Mm, I think when ICE come for you, when they stop you for ID as a Haitian, an American, a Caribbean, that's why they take you into the ICE detention and you don't resist and you don't fight them. And if they take you in, you have ID, hello, and maybe some information that you could give them and then identify that you're American. When they stop you, see, and some of us ain't gonna be stopped, ain't gonna be approached at all. Because you know why? Because God knows who belongs here as an American, and God knows who don't. And God is going to lead whoever it is through His Spirit to identify who you are. See, people don't understand that there is a spiritual world, there is a physical world, and then there's a spiritual world. The physical world is the things you see, the spiritual world is the things you don't see. Faith is the things that's hoped for and the evidence of things that have not been seen. Okay? So when you read that Bible, you get in spiritual food and you being talked to. God is pouring into you when you read in that Bible. And all of a sudden, He knows how to write these things upon your heart so you know these things. You'll start learning about Him. You'll start learning how to speak like Him, learning His language, learning what He's telling you, and how He's going to pour into you and give you the wisdom that you need. And the eyes He's going to open up for you to see His spiritual world. But if you don't have a relationship with Him, you cannot see it. And you could be misled by the wrong voices and the wrong things you see. There's a spiritual world and there's a physical world. And a lot of people go by flesh more than they go by spirit. Because the thing is that they being misled and they being fooled because they don't have a relationship with Christ. He knows who's his and he knows who isn't his. He will know who is here legally and by law, because he will lead the people to the ones who are not supposed to be here. And he will lead the people, you know what I'm saying? That's how it works. It's the spiritual world. It's not the physical world. So don't get caught up on the flesh. Don't think they ain't going to be able to identify us because we all might look alike. But the spirit will lead them to you. Okay? If you think not, if it's said, if it was spoken from the president of the United States of America and God poured into him to say, look, TPS is canceled. His people are saying it's canceled. You out here trying to put yourself and hide yourself as an American. The spirit will lead them to you. And that's what I'm telling you. President Trump is the man that watches over the nation. I keep telling you, I'm going to go deep with this stuff. Y'all not going to want to believe that, but it's true. And when you have a relationship with Christ, like I said, he is going to pour into you. He's going to teach you of him. He's going to have you talking like him. He's going to have the things that you need to say that you don't you didn't prepare this speech, but it's him talking through the people he used. And he'll use somebody. And then on top of that, he will open your spiritual eyes so you can see beyond the things you see within the flesh. And a lot of people don't want to believe. And this Haitian woman going on saying, oh, how they going to be able to tell a black American from a Haitian, from an African, from a this, that the spirit will lead them. Already they can identify a Somalian. Okay? Because they walk around every day letting you see who they are. They ain't hiding. They in their garb. Well, then there might be some that might try to hide and dress more American. So they won't be identified, but they'll still be found out to be a Somalian. It's this. You cannot hide who you are. Like they said, you can run, but you cannot hide. God will find you. Of course, I believe in God. Every day I wake up is because of God who wakes me up in the morning. He breathes into my body. He gives me life. Not man, but he keeps me on an assignment. And every day is for him, for his glory. Not mine, but for his. He sent me out here to talk to somebody who might be in this led by something out there. And somebody fooling themselves to think that they won't be found. If they have to be found, they will be found. God is with me everywhere I go, every day. I ask God to cover me. Cover me, Lord. He is the one who directs my path. I don't direct my own. It's so beautiful out here. It's so peaceful. This is just beautiful. It's like heaven out here for me today. I swear the weather is nice, the breeze. And I have a relationship with this park because I had a dog, okay, that I had. She was a Maltese. I used to walk her all the time in this park when we first moved around this neighborhood. And ever since she passed away, I have never been back to this park. And now I just started coming back to it because I remember when she was in her last days and we came in this park. We took her last moment of her life. We walked her. Sometimes she was in a stroller. But used to walk her around this area, never around this table area because I know people probably picnic here, for her to do her potty. And I used to walk her up this way, and I used to sit here, and I never noticed these things before that was in the park. All the time the stuff was here, but I never paid attention. All I did was walk the dog. I walked up from here in that other direction that I came earlier. And I'm just noticing, and I said, "Wow, this park is beautiful." But her last days, this park wasn't at its best. The grass was not cut; it was high, and she died around the springtime. So I think the reason it wasn't cut down low yet because they'd only cut it at a certain time when it gets into the spring weather. But she died like in April of 2023 when she passed away, and I haven't been in this park since her death. I still have her ashes, had her cremated and stuff. Still got the ashes. Her little paw is on the some kind of ceramic plaque. Mhm. Yeah. And I haven't. I get another dog now. I got a cat, but I'm just saying that. I'm just remembering that. I'm just starting to remember. And I said, why God let me here? For the last, I've been coming here talking to you. And I said, that's the Spirit of God led me here. Because I've been mourning her for like 3 years. I come here, I probably, but I just never noticed this area. I never noticed these benches here. They was here probably. But I never paid any attention to it. It was just walking her to the potty, getting her potties and everything. I mean, my husband used to come and sit right here on this little bench over here and stuff, but I never took notice of this little area right here, this beautiful little area right here. I mean, they could fix up the benches and repair it and stuff, and maybe the community could get together and you know, raise some money so we can repair these benches and stuff in the area. But I don't know if people might take interest. People never know what they got until it's gone. You never realize the beauty of things until somebody else come and change it to something else, and then you realize how beautiful it was, and then you let people come and just take it. So I'm looking at this park, and the next time they have a meeting, the community meeting, I'm going to bring this park up. I'm going to say something in this park these things need to be upgraded for the community, for the people with the pet side, and then they got the little play area over there for the children to play on the swings. The babies could play there on the swings and everything. They got a little basketball court right there. And I said, this is a nice little playground for the community. And they need to, keep it up. It's really cute. They got a bench. It looked like there's a bench over here. I never noticed that bench. It's a bench over there that it looked like it was dedicated to somebody in the community. I'm telling you, people don't realize the stuff that they have till they go on. That's why I've been so much into telling y'all about these dead presidents. Like I said, America, do you really know the treasures that are buried here? The history here that's buried? Oh, she had some exorcism done on her. Well, you know what? Then I don't know what to tell you about that because, first of all, like I said, when you don't know Jesus, you'll be following the wrong voices. You'll be listening to the wrong voices, and you'll be following the wrong things. Okay, and you'll find yourself walking into some danger. So I don't know what to tell you about that. But when you know Jesus, you will know His voice. You will know what He'll tell you. He'll give you the discernment and everything else to get away from that danger. Okay, you will feel it. You will know when something ain't right. You will hear when something ain't right. You ain't gonna just go walk in and let somebody do some seances on you and do some weird stuff. Oh hell no! But when you know Jesus, you ain't going. You ain't gonna even go nowhere with them. Period. So I don't know what to tell you about that. That's what I'm telling people. You be listening to the wrong voices, and you'll be following the wrong things when you don't know Christ. When you don't know Him. And that's how you be hearing how people be getting caught dying mysteriously out here. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I see some young people coming in the park now, some teenagers. I'm looking at them on the swing. They over there on the swing. See? Let me show you. Think I'm lying. They over there playing on the swing. It's the teenagers. Okay. Back to me. Okay? Like I said and everything, those are the reasons why people get caught out there like that, sir. Because when you don't know Jesus, you're going to get caught up in cult religions. Somebody going to take you somewhere, do a seance on you. It's just something that I can't tell that to everybody because if you don't know Him, I'm just trying to share this with you because I'm a witness. I know Christ. I've been following, I ain't saying I was always good and making good choices or whatever. But as I grew older, God started to show me more and more things as I continue to stay faithful, walking in my faith. Like I said, faith is the substance of things what? Hope for and evidence of things that have not been seen. You got to have faith. And when you have faith and a strong faith, you have to build faith in Christ. That's why I told people, they talk about freedom of religion. Religion what? There's all types of religion out there. Okay? And not all of them are free. What religion are you talking about? Be more specific. The only God I know is the God of the Bible. And I tell people that the only God I know is the God of the Bible. And if you ain't talking his language, I don't know you. What religion? God loves everybody. No. Remember, God hated Esau, but he loved Jacob. That's what you need to understand about God. He don't love everybody. He loved Jacob, but hated Esau. So you go figure that out. Okay? Don't listen to everybody ain't coming to you with no love. But you gotta stay protected. And the only thing gonna protect you is Christ. I keep telling black folks, you ain't got no weapons here, no power here on earth. Your weapons and your power comes from heaven. Some out here just losing their mind, acting a fool, trying to fight up against this system. You fighting a war you cannot win, especially when Christ ain't on your side. You fighting a war you cannot win when you're fighting up against the system. That system is rooted here. You better know Christ when you in America. Ain't nobody free unless you know Christ. And that's not only here in America, that's anywhere in the world you go. Christ is King of Kings and Lord of Lord. And only call on his name is the only way he could come and he can save you. That's only if you get to know him in spirit and in truth. I told America you got so much treasures and everything buried right here in the land. A symbol of him, to know where he is whenever you need to go in a battle against the enemy. I keep telling them, go to Canton, Ohio. That landscape, that he made his sword right there. All those great ones that lived before, that fought for this land, that fought for him, that fought for to keep Christianity on this land, to call on his name. This land is under his name. No other name, no other God. No other God should be calling on no God, other name in this land but Jesus. And I told them where the stores are. I told them where the power is. And these black folks and everything acting a fool, y'all better get to learn that Bible. Y'all bet that's what he doing. He calling you soldiers back to him. Put on that gospel and get your house in order. Y'all at a spiritual warfare. How many times he got to keep showing you things? You in a spiritual warfare. Mm-hmm. And I'm just trying to warn you. That's why I said, let me come and talk to you a little deeper. I'm not staying on no shadow stuff. I'm trying to call on the God's army of people. They know who they are. They the ones who's been faithful. Those who've been reading their word and praying and doing the things they need to do. And some of these pastors are taking some people, they going to hell they damn self. All the foolishness they did on that pulpit and caused God's people to scatter. Oh, he got something for them. They prayers are weak. Those Jamal Bryants, all them fools up there on that pulpit, the things they done pushed inside the kids' head and have these kids out here acting a fool, got the sexual confusion, abortions, and all that other stuff they've been preaching off the pulpit, bringing that lesbian stuff in God's house, bringing that homosexual stuff in God's house. They going to hell. And they taking a whole lot of other souls with them. because they pushed that stuff into the church and polluted God's altars and polluted the church and polluted it in his name. They going to hell. Messing around, compromising with the world for power, for money, for politics and all that. God going to send their ass to hell, and you're going to hear about it too. You're going to be a witness to see how they're going to suffer here before they leave. God going to whip they behind. You're going to hear about it. With that being said, your girl Casey, I got to head back home. So, came back just to get a little deeper. God bless you, love you, and peace.